So Tommaso Ciampa recently made his AEW debut, and even though at the time I was thinking, from an AEW point of view, this signing doesn't make a ton of sense because you've already got a huge roster, you've already got limited TV time, you've already got loads of guys that are just sitting on the sidelines waiting for an opportunity. That guys that are just as good as Tommaso Ciampa, in my opinion, and it's not like you signing Tommaso Ciampa is going to be a huge needle mover for AEW. So I'm thinking, what's really the point, right? But from Tommaso Ciampa's point of view, I completely get it. And he even explained it himself. He's saying, in the 90s, he would have wanted to wrestle for ECW. In the 2010s, he wanted to wrestle for Ring of Honor. In the 2020s, it's AEW. Like, I appreciate that, and I completely get where he's coming from. So from his point of view, I completely understand him signing for them. But from a business point of view, he could have been a much bigger star in TNA. He could have had a much bigger role in TNA. But again, the quality of product, again, I'm biased. I am biased because I'm an AEW fan. I prefer AEW to WWE. I do. And that's fine. There's going to be some people that prefer WWE. Some people prefer AEW. I don't think there's going to be anybody that really prefers TNA out over AEW and WWE. But maybe there's someone out there that does, right? But I do think that Tommaso Ciampa, from a business point of view, in terms of him being on TV, getting the most TV time and becoming the biggest star he can, TNA would have made the most sense because TNA severely lacking star power, in my opinion. There is nobody on that roster that I'm desperate to see on TV every week. To be fair, Tommaso Ciampa is exactly like that as well, because I'm not desperate to see Tommaso Ciampa in the AEW. I'm not desperate to see Tommaso Ciampa in general. He had a great run in NXT, but sports and life and business is what have you done for me lately? And what has he done for us lately? He's just been a tag team guy. So, honestly, just like Mike Santana, you can go to these less than companies, the TNAs, and become a big star. But it doesn't mean anything because when you was in the big leagues, you wasn't a big star. Right? Maybe that's harsh. Maybe it's harsh. But Tommaso Ciampa, he's a very good in-ring talent. To be honest, I mean, he had those good matches, those good tag team matches, the tag ladder matches and all that last year. But, they're going to be good matches. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be good matches because there's a load of quality wrestlers in those and, the ladders are involved, so you're going to get to see some crazy stuff. But yeah, Tommaso Ciampa's in AEW, joined the Don Callis family. Means nothing because everyone joins the Don Callis family. Maybe he'll turn and do all these things. And he's saying he's got plans for 6 months, 12 months down the line. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because the only person's opinion who's matter is the decision makers. You can have plans for 6 months, a year, 10 years. If Tony Khan in AEW, if Triple H in WWE doesn't give you the opportunity to fill out those plans, to live out those plans, it doesn't matter what plans you've got. Right? So we'll see what's next for Tommaso Ciampa. Initially, I was a bit excited to see him in AEW, but that novelty wears off because that's the wrestling game. Anyone can have a good debut because the fans are going to be excited to see the surprise. But after that, then what? What's the storylines? What's the matches? What's the characters? These are all things that are very important. And Tommaso Ciampa probably does understand that. He's no spring chicken. He's been in and around the business for a while. So we'll see, man. We will see. But let me know what you guys think of Tommaso Ciampa in AEW. Are you excited? Do you think he'll have some great matches? Who do you want to see him feud with next? Let me know in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag. And I'm out. Peace.